It is now my honor to invite our chief guest, Mr. Bharat Lal, to address this gathering. Please join me in welcoming him with a big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. Namaskar. Dignitaries on the dais, our Director General, Forest, Mr. Awasthi, Director General, International Big Cat Alliance, Dr. S.P. Yadav, Jyotsna ji, Monali Saab, and Sharad Gupta ji. आज के जो अवार्ड के विजेता हैं और सीनियर ऑफिसर्स, खास करके डॉक्टर H.S. Singh, my dear colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Well, see, this is one occasion where I genuinely find that, I don't know, I'm not very sure that what kind of words should be sufficed to say, because most of you who are present here, you talk by your deeds, not by words. So whatever I'm going to say, it is merely words, but whereas you have shown and you all are showing by your deeds on the ground. So first and foremost, let me commend Indian Forest Service Association and Indian Mastermind for coming up with this idea and having this award. Because as we know that for these kind of works, who are working in forest and wildlife in remote area, forested area, tribal areas, I think to mobilize societal recognition is very important. And this is one step, that societal recognition, which is going to help the cause of conservation, protection and preservation of forests and wildlife. So I must commend them. On this occasion, I also commend Indian Forest Service Association, that they came up with a very wonderful idea, all women office bearer. I think a genuinely very thoughtful step. I tell you, when I saw that news that evening, when it came to me, I was very sweetly surprised that the officers of this service, the people who are in that association, they have internalized that this country, what way, in what direction it is moving. This country, in what direction it is moving. Let's be very proud of, I am a little bit digressing, but let us be very proud of that India is one country where it got independence. This was perhaps at that point of time, first country which gave equal rights, universal franchise, equal right to women. This was the first country. Can you believe that in Geneva, in Switzerland, where United Nations Human Rights Council is located, they gave voting right to women in 1970s. Can you believe it? Till date, one of the foremost democracy in the world, United States of America, has not been able to elect its head of government, a woman. So I think we are that kind of country, and I was very, very, very sweetly surprised that how progressive this service is. Let's have this thing. Let's be very proud of this fact that we are very, very progressive, very, very progressive. This is the first thing. Second, let me congratulate my esteemed colleagues today who have been conferred this award. Dr. Sonali Ghosh, Dr. Kaswan, Mr. Kaswan, Mr. Wani, Ms. Verma, Mr. Srivastava, Mr. Uttam Kumar Sharma, and on behalf of Uttar Pradesh Forest Department, our PCCF, and most importantly, Dr. H.S. Singh. I think, I'm sure that this must have been one of the toughest jobs for jury, because the kind of names and the kind of work even I am aware of, and the kind of nominees I was seeing, that of course it must have been very, very, very difficult. So, I congratulate the jury for doing an outstanding job, and those who could not make it, I'm pretty sure that they continue to contribute, and in future we will be listening more. But more importantly, that all those awardees today, I think today you have got a higher responsibility. Keep in mind that if you are given certain award, you become a kind of mentor. So let's, so let's not forget this responsibility that today this higher responsibility, by this giving this award, this association has given you certain responsibility and certain duty. Let's internalize it, that what kind of mentoring we have to do. And friends, without embarrassing Dr. Singh, I would like to just tell just one or two things about him, about this mentoring part, which might be very, very useful for today's generation of forest officers, especially who are at middle level and going up. 2-3 things. Of course, many of us have been probationer when we was in academy, and we learned something. I have no hesitation in admitting that one thing I really learned, that simplicity and humility. In the academy, and you will be surprised that I was one of the, I take this liberty to say, sir, that I was his favorite actually in academia. And incidentally, I was also allotted Gujarat cadre, so this association went. But 2 things I would like to point out before I proceed further, because I don't want to deliver long talk. I'll not name people, but it's very important to understand this thing. And please understand this kind of mentoring, this kind of character, and this kind of example when you set, what kind of impact it has on youngsters. And that's why I'm going to tell you this story. It's very not known to many people, and sir, pardon me for sharing this thing. In later half of mid-90s, just 96, 97, one fine morning, Mr. Singh was transferred from one territorial circle and left without posting. And in the state, there was a precedent rule. Okay? And then governor of a state, can you believe it? He was, I would say, very close relative of Mr. Singh, Dr. Singh, very close relative. And the same evening when he was transferred, he came out from office, went home, and after that evening he was supposed to go to dinner at the governor's place. And don't forget, in those days, that was a very minority government there. If people have some interest in history, they should learn. In 97, there used to be a lot of, and I'll not share many things, but just simply that, just imagine, the governor has invited Mr. Singh and Mrs. Singh walking, and they went to dinner, no vehicle, nothing they had, and when they were leaving, I think he came to know that, oh, he has been transferred, he has no vehicle, no nothing, this. And you can understand that, this thing. And at that time, I was in UK actually, and we had such a close relation. Then he rang me up and he said, yeah, this thing. Limited point, the real important point, which is a learning for me, and I think I'm sharing this all of you, that then government literally pleaded with him that you tell me, A, we will cancel your order, and B, wherever you want, you send me. And such a moral stand he took. He said, no, my order should not be reversed, it should not be cancelled. B, I would not like to go back in any other territorial division. And in fact, next few days from UK, I kept on talking and persuading, and ultimately he said, I would like to go any defunct post. Any defunct post. And can you believe it? He could have chosen any post. He chose Gir Foundation, and that point of time, Gir Foundation was not a sidey post, but even somewhere, in hinterland. And in Gir Foundation today, whatever you are seeing, I think is foundation, and he continued for next 5 years. And after that, Dr. C.N. Pandey, he also chose actually. They came. This is the example Dr. Singh has set. Friends, I let me tell you very admitting on this thing. Very small such incidences. Dr. Singh, I know few of you might have heard the name of Dr. S.K. Sinha in Gujarat. They had profound impact. That imagine the people have, showed this kind of character, this kind of example set. And can't you little bit, follow their footsteps? Not necessarily then in totality, but to some extent actually. And one thing I would admit that in a very small way, I can't say that I can match them, but I tried to. But it has been very rewarding. I've said with all humility that it has been very rewarding. In fact, in 1996-7, I was kicked out from Forest Department. Sir knows very well. And after that, I got the opportunity. I requested also that should go back, tried also, but I was never posted. So here today, if I am going to talk about forest and wildlife, I think I'm the least knowledgeable person, because after early 1997, I never worked in Forest Environment Department. But friends, only one thing I would say, that see, we have to see in totality. We have to work on certain ideas. Please identify certain ideas. Because as we all know, fear, no point in giving that kind of lecture or this thing. But please understand, we have to grab this opportunity, and the opportunity is that knowledge-based. In what way? See, when you take today, disasters are happening, take climate issues, take developmental issues. I think this service, you have to play a very important role. If you juxtapose any map, population map or poverty map over forest area, we will find that yes, somehow forest areas are co-terminus with poverty. It means, I think we have got the huge stake in development, in poverty elimination. And that is the surest way to protect, preserve, and conserve forests. Kindly, we have to change our mindset that we have to take interest. We have to go out of box, out of this thing, and we have to work with people that their lives is improved. Government might be doing that, all facilities, all amenities, all basic services, all being provided. But if their socio-economic condition, especially economic condition, doesn't improve, I think saving forests is, it's a bit tough job. So my one message would be that I think we all have to learn, and we have to work with the government, its agencies, to promote, to facilitate development. When I say development, like one thing we should understand very clearly. I think let's not be mistaken on that. If you see evolution of a species or society, strength, power, labor-intensive work was very important. If you see evolution, all powerful species, and probably Jurassic era, dinosaur and reptiles, that was the climax. After that, if you see, it is the cranial volume which matters. And today, labor-intensive work, power, strength, physical power, it's huge, its utility is going down. Because of automation, because of mechanization, it is the brain, is your capacity to network, it's the capacity to work as a team. I think that is having a sway, that is having a hold. So my second message would be, whatever I have learned, I would like to share, especially with my younger colleagues, that time and era is that we should try to forge maximum partnership, maximum networking. I think that is the sure shot for moving forward. Because any solution to any problem, it can't be just by physical work. I mean, sorry to use this word, gadha khodna is not the solution for everything. I think we have to use our brain much more. We have to use our technology much more. Because whether it's agriculture, I mean, just imagine how society is moving. From hunter-gatherer to agro-pastoralist to agriculture to today, technology, innovation, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth generation of, I think we have to see that how it is going to play. So my second thing is that thirdly, in a state, I think we all have to be known. The department officer have to be known for certain ideas, certain work, and certain contribution. I am saying with full responsibility, and in a very small way I have lived that life. If you have those few things, politicians respect you. Trust me. Political class respects you if you have knowledge, you have capacity to work hard, you have sincerity, you have integrity, and you can come out with some great ideas. Every political class, they value those kind of thing, that kind of thing. And my humble request and suggestion would be that we should be doing that, Well, as you have seen that at least in last couple of decades, and especially in last decade, I think forest and wildlife, despite increasing challenges, I think if you see the attention of the government, our activities, are your contribution and accomplishment, I think it is on roll actually. Whether it's a number of tigers, or number of Asiatic lion, or elephant, or mangrove covers, whatever we say. And from government side now, see, the cheetah have been introduced, and as I understand now, it's going to be a success story. It is going to be. Imagine International Big Cat Alliance has come here, and I congratulate Dr. Yadav in first Director General of International Big Cat Alliance. It is a matter of pride. It is a matter of pride to service. It is a matter of pride to service that one of your colleague has been selected, elected, or appointed for to this post. That thing. Friends, let me give another dimension of human rights and forests, wildlife, nature. Please understand nowadays at world stage, you might be seeing this brute power and your economic power or security, all these matters. But you are respected for certain values, certain ethos. And please recall that India always at international stage is respected for certain values, certain ethos. What are those? And we have to see whether it's a democracy or fair elections or the soft power you bring. And here, this conservation is playing a very, very key role. That despite this huge population, 18% world population with 5% land resources, with everything, highest cattle population, but you are protecting, you are preserving, your wildlife is flourishing. You are respected for these things. And most important, the time has come when Indian Forest Service officers should be talking about fundamental right, which means right to life, which means right to clean air, right to clean water, right to, land should not be degraded, land, I think the time has come for this space we should occupy, that, And here our colleague, Mr. Vivek Saxena is sitting here. Now he has started, and he has been talking about since last so many years about Aravalli Green Wall. Imagine this has just, people came together, started working, and it has now picked up. That 4 states have joined hands. Prime Minister himself has announced this thing that we should be having Aravalli Green Wall. So my one request would be that we should be identifying such ideas, such this thing, which basically is a powerful, and politicians are ready to accept it. The political class, because end of the day in democracy power lies there, they should be able to pick up that idea that we should be taking up. Friends, I'll not bore you with a very longest lecture or a talk. The only thing you appeal that yes, today the people have been awarded, and all those nominees and many more have brought lot of respect to service, to their state and to their people. I think they are role model for people like us, and certainly we should be learning from them. And the biggest tribute would be that in a very small way, whatever they have done or doing, I think we try to internalize, imbibe and practice it. And I'm pretty sure that we will are successful. To my seniors, and especially in the service, who are still in the service, my senior colleague, only one request I have. Please mentor youngsters. Stand by them. Especially when they are bad times, they are tough times, please stand by them. Because I think today, most of us, basically, we stand on our own. Just listening to their problem when they are in tough time. Just giving them little bit helping hand. Just talking to somebody about, this thing. Trust me, you are going to change his or her life. I think this comradeship, this kind of, mentoring or whatever word you use. I tell you, your small gesture, how it is going to help me. In fact, in 1992, I will never forget when I was promoted in senior time scale and I went to Junagadh, one of the, not challenging, but in its own way, it was a very tough district. And on my table, there was a card actually. It has reached actually, this card. And Dr. S.K. Sinha, who was then Chief Conservator of Forest, there used to be only one PCCF and then Chief Conservator of Forest. He was in charge of territorial, wing, CCF, DNM in Gujarat, they call it Development and Management. And the man, before I reached, because after promotion, I never took it seriously that I'll join next month. But last moment, somebody told me, no, join this month. I thought so I joined on 31st July. And one card was kept on my table. It has reached by post. Verbatim, I don't remember, and that is my prized possession today also. And before that, I was one of the very toughest, you can say, a kind of aspirational district, done. So there I had some kind of conversation with Dr. S.K. Sinha, where basically this conversation was not very, 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 very friendly, or not friendly, but not very amicable, We reached to that kind of, limited point. He sent the card, and card was on my table. And he said that during my last meeting, whatever we were talking, those values and those ethos, time has come to practice it. Show me. And I tell you, this one card left a kind of imprint that he has set an agenda and wrote that this is the path I have to travel. So my humble request is to senior officers, all senior people are there. Please, in a very direct, indirect, a subtle way, show that path to you. When I passed through very tough time, that's why I remember Dr. Singh actually. He was the conservator there, I was DCF. I was transferred, I had no office, no house, no vehicle, nothing. Nothing. But people like him, he said, no, nothing doing well. So my request is that this investment, this little bit mentoring, I think you will produce much more and many more awardees who will be doing a very meaningful work and will accomplish. Thank you all very much, and thank you association and mastermind for having me today. Honestly, I feel embarrassed that I'm, whatever it means, chief guest. But it has been an honor. It's a privilege to be here. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.